How's it going, guys? I'm going to be going over the blog. I know it's Monday. I know this happened on Friday, so there's not been a lot of talk about this, but I've been having a lot of questions asked about my take on this and what it's going to change for like my new account that I was making to kind of see how the Horsemen go, about level 100, and about like the pay to win Nova costume. It's not win, it's pay to collect. So we'll go over that, all that, and a little bit more here. So the blog starts out with the Hive Mind kits. We already have a video done on that. We already have a video showing them in action. I am really impressed with this team. If you wanted to know my thoughts on who to invest in first, it would be Void Knight, Venom, Gwenom, Carnage, and I would expect that Red Goblin is probably going to be the highest of that list. People are still trying to work on the Kyle Tower right now, and they are worried if they use all their alien spores on Venom to get through it. Will that hurt their Hive Mind team? And I'm here to tell you, no. Venom is such an amazing character. The bigger you have him, when he spreads those bleeds, they're his bleeds. They're going to hit harder. He's taking so many turns, doing so many bleeds, so many buff flips, so many ability blocks. He's an amazing character. If bringing him to get your Kyle Tower completed because you really want that 3-diamond gambit, which is an optional thing, but if you really want to do that, it's not going to hurt to have a big Venom. It may take a couple extra weeks to get Void Knight to gear tier 16 or 17, depending on your alien spores. I think that is an acceptable cost for those who are in the final section and trying to get through that villain bio section without bringing up too many characters. Though I've also heard people getting through it with characters like, I think one person told me they got through it with Lizard and Abomination. Low star levels, hundreds of resets. But they did get it done, and they just didn't use any Lizard abilities. They just kept using basic. I thought that was funny, but it can be done. Make sure you separate your characters, scroll in the middle, make sure he gets targeted by everything at all times, and apparently it can be doable, which I think is great. Alright, first piece of hot gossip. We got Void Knight and the Pact of Wrath. So injecting alien parasites in your roster and a new costume. So there's going to be pieces of this costume that are going to be available in the Void Knight offers, the Gwenom offers, and the upcoming Red Goblin offers. We have no idea what Red Goblin's kit looks like, and people are a little upset about this. Costumes don't give any sort of stat buff, so I just don't care. It's a cosmetic thing. If this helps fund the game, I think that's great. If you really want the costume and you're like, well, I gotta buy one offer for all these characters, that's $300 total for the costume, I hear you. I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't. And if that makes you want to quit the game, I think you're, unfortunately, a very minority group of people. But who knows? These costumes could just also be made available free to play a year from now, a year and a half from now. I think the costume looks really cool. It kind of makes him look like Greg, right? Hela's a summon undead, just like Red, which is a little funny, like his teeth and everything. I don't know. That's what I see when I saw him. So I don't even like the costume. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a thank you for buying the stuff. I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, the Symbiotic Collective. So we right now have the Extreme X-Men thing going on right now. And there was a test drive. And on my new player account, this was super cool. So on the test drive, there's 3 nodes where you just get to play through it with the team that they give you. The team's already built, so you get to play with Hive Mind. Doing that got me 5 free X-Men characters. Looks like I'm probably going to get 5 free symbiotes. Maybe I'm going to get some free Venom shards, some free Carnage shards. I think that is super cool. I really, really like that they do this for the new players. The purple gear is great too. It's free gold for you. It does not cost the campaign energy. And in the story mode, there's always the one node that they give you the full Hive Mind team to play, and then you can farm it for Catalyst experience. So this is an amazing thing for new players. I think it's really good for mid-game players too who don't have characters maxed out yet. I like that they do this, but again, a lot of people hate this because it is a Kraken appreciation thing, where, you know, the top commanders in search of big rewards need to look no further. The bonus difficulty, if you have them all at 6 yellow in gear tier 16, you can go in here for T2 level 4, level 5 ions, gear tier 18 mini uniques, and augmented gear pieces. This does give them an advantage, right? This is a Kraken appreciation event, but people who spend money will always have an advantage over you. If they don't do it in this fashion, they might just start adding things to the offer that give them all this stuff anyway. The way I look at it is, I don't care. I don't care enough for that minimal amount of advantage it gives. I'm still gonna get my characters free to play on the free to play account, the baby account. It's a net positive for me. I think These symbiotic collectives, these showcases, I think, are a net positive for the game, for the growth of the game, and it's just for people's fun. And I'm down with it. All right, Friday Free Claim. Obviously, it doesn't matter because this is long gone. These events, we'll do a Scotty video on a few of them for sure. And then that leads us to the big topic everyone's talking about is level 100, greater power, level 100. Oh my god, guys, I have no idea what sort of stats are going to come with this, but I know a lot of people that have hit the gold cap. It's like 2,147,000,000 or something like that. Like my friend who's on the screen right now, Apocalypse, he hit that, and then he collected 20 million gold from the war rewards, and it started counting down his negative gold. I was then told it was a visual bug. He then tried to go buy something in the store with gold, and he quickly found out it's not a visual bug. So the fact that there are people out there with 2 billion gold, and like level 100 is to get Krakens and whales, to buy energy, which they've already all been stockpiling, and to level up their characters. If someone has 2 billion gold, I'm kind of scared what each level is going to cost. I really am. And I'm also scared about what sort of benefit is going to come with those levels. So when we leveled from 90 to 95, there was huge stat jumps. I think it was at 20% from 90 to 95. What if it's another 20% from 95 to 100? Because they're not releasing the gear tier with this. Right, they're now separating the level cap increases and the gear tier increases, and so they can now use it as two different like mini expansions, like patches of progression, right? So I think 95 to 100 is going to come with big stat jumps, definitely from focus. We can already see that from the raid. These teams, these new raid teams, the Extreme team in particular, they need the focus, so I assume 95 to 100 is going to have huge focus jump. I kind of think it's going to have a really big health and damage jump too, which makes PvP modes an absolute nightmare, but makes PvE modes a lot easier. But the game revolves around PvP, right? War Crucible, and competed against other people in leaderboards and stuff. So I'm kind of scared what this is going to take. Now, me and Scotty, we've been saving our resources like crazy. We're going to do a video where we're going to spend like 800 million gold, see how many characters we can bring up, give our favorite characters we want to bring up. This is going to be a week from today. It is currently the 15th, which leads us to the next conversation, which is a little funny. Prepare for the update with special event, bonus XP drops, login calendars, and offers going live on January 15th. So this all happens before the level cap changes. So milestones of the event contain diamond orbs, all this kind of good stuff. Whatever that event is. Well, what is the event? I don't even know. Well, me and Scotty will do a video on it for sure. The XP throttle bonus event, this I think is hilarious. So earn 2 times bonus XP from all campaignos for 7 days. So my new player account is currently level 42. I don't see this event. I don't know at what level you unlock this event, but it's useless if you're level 95 already, because it's supposed to help characters or players get up to 95. So my new account, it's only a week old, so maybe I shouldn't even qualify for something like this, although I would argue that's dumb. What level do they expect for this thing to help people? Is level 50 and then they get double campaign? I guess that's not the end of the world, but I think it should apply to everybody who starts the game. But it's also just weird that it's happening before the 15th. And I think this is kind of a showing of what they know their spenders currently have in their resources. I think their spenders probably have tens of thousands of energy ready to spend. And if they did do this double XP day, they would quickly hit level 100 with having to spend very little money on extra campaign energy or extra experience or whatever the case may be. So that's definitely why this XP throttle is happening 7 days before and ends when the level 100 drops. I think that's pretty funny. And pretty sad, but it is what it is. There's going to be a login calendar, log in every day for 7 days to earn valuable rewards. I'm interested to see what that's going to be. Special offers. Head to the store to grab special deals for energy and XP to help you increase your character levels. So yeah, this is where they're going to make money. This is probably why they don't want to have the double XP. I'm curious to see if there's going to be some power core offers for free-to-play characters and what they're going to do. But this whole level 100 change, I think, is going to be a very big seismic shift in the landscape of the game. I don't have any insider info. I think the impact of those levels, those stats, is going to be enough based on what I'm seeing here and how they're gating the actual progression through it. And if you are free to play and you've never gone through one of these before, just know it takes about 4 to 6 months free to play to go from whatever the old level cap is to the new level cap if you're doing like the 450 cores, which is going to help you kind of relegate your resources to the characters you want to bring up as you level. All right, so nothing to worry about there. It is what it is, right? The Cosmic Crucible season was extended. I think this is because they're having issues with Red Goblin. They're having issues with something. I'm not sure what it is. But they want to extend this, and this probably is going to coincide with a patch. Like, why else would they extend it? I'm not sure what's happening there. I hate this season. Rather, I hate it now, right? It's run its course for me. I wish the seasons were a little bit shorter, but I get it. Making 6 new rooms every 2 months might be too much work, too much manpower. I'm not sure. But it's been extended for 2 more weeks, so look forward to 12 more Salty Dad videos coming at you until this season is over. And this is probably the biggest news for mid-game, new game players, and that's the Scourge event inputs were updated. So, when we found out about the Scourge updates, a lot of people were upset because they didn't want to build those nodes, 5 and 10 teams. I was of the side of the argument saying, like, just don't. Just, like, let your account build up your better teams for the first 4 nodes and get it through. But hey, y'all complained enough that you got some changes made, and good on you, because the changes look pretty dope. So now we have new tags for nodes 5 and 10, and a new tag for the minion section on the Death Scourge. So for Morgan Le Fay, we can now use the new Hive Mind team and Underworld, along with Web Warriors and Dark Hunters. Basically, what this says is you're going to want to use Hive Mind. They're going to have the new stats. They have a lot of control. This is good. This is going to help people not have to do difficulty 10. You'll probably be able to do difficulty 8 with non-crazy amount of Scourges on to hit that 1.35 million, and you probably just have to be around level, what were we? I think we were level 85 at the time Morgan Le Fay came out. I don't even remember. So you're not going to have to be anywhere near 95 for this one. Famine was even easier. We can now use Infestation. We can use Secret Defenders. New Warriors. Oh my god. So they added 3 to this. Alright, so if you played during the time when Secret Defenders were released, use them. Crush it. We were already doing difficulty 10 for Rogue, where we started doing difficulty 8 for Morgan Le Fay. So that's going to be an even easier one to get done. That's pretty exciting. So everyone's going to have a very big Rogue much faster. Cool. Red Hulk, we got Asgardian, Black Order, and Thanos. They really want to keep them alive and well, huh? Hero Asgardian, Ravager, Wave 1. So the only thing that I think is meaningful here is the Asgardian. If you're a new player, it is not the time to build a Black Order Thanos. They did give them a little bit of a rework. They were useful this Crucible season, but that's probably on like your last to-do list as a new player. So this is going to be Asgardian, so you're going to be able to build up your Hela for this, your Vol, Thor Infinity War. I'm trying to think of the characters that are still useful. Bifrost characters, right? You just build up your 5 Bifrost characters instead now, maybe? I guess that's the play for now. Bifrost probably has a good 8 months left in them. Whenever this raid tier is over, they're probably going to be forced out, right? As the Mystic raid team. So, I mean, this is just going to push the problem from now to 8 months from now. When people are like, well, there's a new Mystic team. Why do I want to build up the Asgardians for Red Hulk? I'm a new player. We'll tackle that when we get there. Or we just go back to the 4 nodes difficulty 10 method for that one. Because that is what? I believe that's Bio, and then it's Avenger after that. And we got some great options for that. So interesting to see that. Okay, and then we have the Archangel will be the last one. So it's the minion nodes will now also have villains. So it's not just nodes 5 and 10 that got changed for this one. It's also the first 2 nodes villain. I'll be interested to see, like, obviously we're going to have much better villain characters. I'm sure we'll get through it. I'm actually interested to see how much harder those nodes are going to be when we don't have all those crazy minion buffs that we got. If they're going to be harder, because the node composition was also very easy, right? Like, there was Guardian characters, there was old school Brotherhood characters, so our minions had these crazy Scourge buffs, and they were against weak characters. So I'm interested to see what our regular villains, like our Morgan Le Fays, our whatever villain characters are going to have, Superior 6, Sinister 6. I'm interested to see how they'll get by on those really bad characters, but without those Scourge buffs that we had. It's going to be interesting. And then Pegasus for nodes 5 and 10. So Red Hulk and Archangel, they kind of just shifted the problem about 6 to 8 months. Because whenever the next raid comes out, Pegasus and Bifrost definitely won't be those teams to use anymore. So then we'll be back to doing first 4 nodes, difficulty 10. If you're, like, I have a new player account right now. If I'm a new player, am I building up all of Pegasus? Am I building up all of Asgardians? Or do I know that 8 months from now, those teams will not be the teams? So I might as well still do 4 nodes difficulty. I might as well still mentally prepare to do that for Red Hulk and Archangel. We'll see, and obviously the level 100 cap is going to change everything. Anyway, that's it for the blog, guys. I think this was a really good blog. As far as the information that was shared with us, I like these changes that were done for the current mid-game players. Level 100 is kind of is what it is, right? The game always grows, it always evolves, so that's kind of cool. All these events we'll go over with Scotty, and if you want to know more about the Hive Mind characters, make sure you check out that video we did about them tackling the raid situation. I think it's interesting. If you haven't built up Rebirth yet, swap to Hive Mind. You're still going to need Skrull until we get Red Goblin. And Red Goblin, I think, based on how the 4-piece does on their own right now, I think Red Goblin might make Hive Mind what we want our raid teams to be. Low star level, ultimate destruction of the raid lane. And then trash and Crucible and raids. But we'll have to wait and see. Hope this video found you guys well. Hope you guys have an amazing start to your day. And I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye for now. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun. And I'll see you in the next one.